Will Battle Royale in Battlefield 5 be EA's failsafe in case the game actually fails and is received bad by players? And before we jump into any conclusions, let me explain. Hey guys, and welcome! Today, as you've already seen the video topic and already read the title, we're gonna talk about Battlefield 5 Battle Royale, something we don't know much about yet, but we know one thing. The game mode will not be released along with the full release of the game in October. Now, by no means don't misunderstand me and don't get the impression of me suggesting that I think that Battlefield 5 will fail immediately. Don't get me wrong here. All I'm trying to think about is why did EA or DICE, they are the same thing at this point, why did they decide to pull back the release of Battle Royale game mode, or the Royale in Battlefield 5 as they describe it, until a later date? I mean, why wouldn't they include it from the beginning? It's such an obvious move to make, especially considering that it's still 2018, or it will still be 2018 when the game comes out, and that means that the hype for Battle Royale will still be strong. Even though it might be a bit reduced and not as significant as it is now or as it was a couple of months ago, it will still be a leading trend in gaming when we get the new games at the end of 2018. Oh, and by the way guys, in case you're wondering, and I'm sure some of you are, why am I using Battlefield 1 footage in this video if it's about Battlefield 5 and I already do have footage from Battlefield 5 Alpha? I decided to switch it to Battlefield 1 because I'm well aware that the majority of the audience is already fed up with seeing the same footage from the same map in every single video on YouTube. I'm guilty of that too. We've been spamming you guys with the same videos for months now. Not months, but month, and yeah, that's kind of why. But back to the actual topic. Why would EA decide to implement a failsafe into Battlefield 5 in form of Battle Royale game mode or whatever Royale game mode it actually turns out to be, if they have Battlefield 5 with the standard experience and also Battlefield 5 incursions, which at this point I think can be certain? And the answer to that question is the saying that's been with us for ages, saying, if you don't know what it is about, then it's about the money. Well, I'm not sure if it's the exact version of the saying in English, but at least we have it in Poland, so I guess there is something similar. I suppose that I don't really have to explain it, that gaming and gaming industry is not passionate players creating games for the other passionate players, but companies made to make money. And don't get me wrong here, it's not about DICE or EA specifically. Everyone wants money. Either it's Bluehole designing PUBG, or it's Daybreak who broke their H1Z1 and completely killed off the game. Like, literally every single company that produces a game, even Activision with Call of Duty, which is just a joke at this point, but whatever, and they all want to make money. We all know how life works. Even though you love what you're doing, you still want to get paid for it because you have to pay the bills. Someone wants to buy a mansion maybe, someone wants to buy expensive cars, etc, etc, but you need to have money if you want to function normally in life. Now, the difference between Battlefield 5 and other Battlefield games is that Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield 1, all of those games had Premium Pass, which means that when DICE released the game, they monetized at first, when they sold the initial product, being the vanilla game, and then they almost immediately cashed out from the premium as well, because players bought premiums, or DLCs. Now with Battlefield 5, the whole thing is completely different, because yes, they will also initially cash out with the vanilla game purchases, but if they want to keep making money, they will have to keep players engaged in playing the game actively if they want them to buy the skins with microtransactions. Or other microtransactions. Don't necessarily have to be skins, but whatever else they can monetize, and we know that there is no premium, there is no paywall for the new content, so all of the new maps and weapons will be available for everyone. So now let's imagine a scenario where Battlefield 5 fails completely, whether this is normal experience or incursions, both of those things fail and there is no one playing the game. Or population of the players is low, meaning there is not that much money to be made for EA with microtransactions. So then, if everything burns down and players who already played Battlefield 5 didn't enjoy it because they just didn't, I don't know what the reason could be, but let's suppose they didn't in this scenario. EA can pull off one more final move, and that final move being dropping Battle Royale. Now look at this scenario, it's actually brilliant. They would not only cash out money from players who would buy the vanilla game, because they would attract whole new crowd of Battle Royale players coming from PUBG, Fortnite, H1Z1, Islands of Nine, like literally every single game that ever had Battle Royale game mode in it, all of those players can be targeted by EA. What's even better is that players who are into Battle Royale and played the game they just listed are already used to spending money on microtransactions, which means that it's going to be even a bigger profit for EA to actually get them to play their game. Just so you know guys, the average PPP, profit per player, and no, there is no such term, I just came up with it, at least I think so, don't comment on it. Anyway, the average profit per player with microtransactions will be a lot, and I repeat, a lot higher than what we had with Battlefield 1 Premium or even previous Battlefield games with Premium. How do you guys think Fortnite is able to invest $100 million into esports of their own game? They are literally printing money from microtransactions, like, I don't think there is a better term to actually describe it, because the amount of money they are making, and in general the amount of money that still can be made within the gaming space, it's just insane. Like, you can literally monetize everything and get insane profits if you do it smart. That's why EA wants to have a failsafe in form of Battle Royale. I have to admit, it's incredibly smart. The only question I'm left with now is if EA actually knows what makes Battle Royale so great, and if they can replicate this greatness in Battlefield 5. And that would be it for this video guys. Before you click off, remember that you can always follow me on Twitter for even more Battlefield updates, you can see it on the screen right now, and you can always watch more of my videos by clicking this link that you can see on the screen right now and go to the playlist. And as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield.